It's a heartbreaking problem for millions of people. 1 out of every 6 couples will struggle with infertility.
For many, it's an emotional and private ordeal that's not talked about publicly. Tonight, Fox 2's Robin Schwartz is sharing her story about defying the odds. Robin.
And it has been a long and difficult journey for me and my husband, John. Doctors said our chances of ever having a biological child were incredibly small. But thankfully, we got lucky, in part by refusing to give up.
Awesome.
It started with a celebration. My husband John and I walked down the aisle in 2004 with the hopes and dreams of any couple. On our wedding day, we imagined someday starting a family of our own, but we never envisioned the difficult and painful journey ahead. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to go through.
All of a sudden, to be thrust into this position, it's pretty intense.
Like many professional women, I got married later in life at 35, but still thought I had plenty of time for children. After all, stars like Halle Berry, Nicole Kidman, and Salma Hayek, all in their 40s, make it look so easy. What I didn't know was that my biological clock was ticking dangerously fast.
In your situation, there was a very limited opportunity in chance of conceiving. Your chances of conceiving each month that you would try were well under 5%.
Pretty discouraging odds, calculated by my doctors at Reproductive Medical Associates, or RMA in Troy. By the time I went there seeking help last year, I was 37 and had been trying to get pregnant for 2 years.
Men and women grow up anticipating that they're going to be parents and have babies. And when all of a sudden they can't, it's a devastating event for many of them.
And it was for us, especially after a series of blood tests found a problem with a hormone called FSH, or follicle stimulating hormone. My FSH level was 24, compared to 10 or below in normal women, a sign my body wasn't producing eggs the way it should.
Your FSH level of 24 was very high, which told us that you did not have much of a chance for conception using your own eggs.
Several tries with fertility drugs didn't work, and my doctor said high-tech procedures like in vitro fertilization, where embryos are made in a lab, also wouldn't work for me. I was told my best option was to find an egg donor through an agency like this one. Another woman's egg would be combined with my husband's sperm, a $30,000 procedure. If it worked, I could carry and deliver the baby, but it wouldn't be my biological child. Nobody tells you that you might run out of eggs at some point in time, or that that your body's not going to work the way you think it's going to, and it's a very helpless feeling. Despite the devastating news, I was determined to go forward. This time last year, I flew to New York and met with egg donor agencies, eventually finding this woman, an anonymous donor who looks similar to me. But everything quickly fell through when she didn't pass a required health screening. We finally got to the point where we found a donor, and I thought we were going to go ahead with this, and then just like that, she didn't pass.
So it's like you're setting yourself up for this, you're ready to go, and then it doesn't work out, and it's just really kind of deflating.
Things seemed hopeless, but we went back to RMA, refusing to give up. I suggested trying fertility drugs again, the highest dose, combined with insemination of John's sperm, a procedure called IUI. I just felt maybe if we increase the fertility drugs, there will be one good egg. Incredibly, it worked. You just heard the baby's heartbeat. And here she is during a recent ultrasound. Everyone's amazed and excited, including our doctors.
You were persistent, and you didn't want to simply use statistics alone to determine what you were going to do.
And it paid off. That's why I'm sharing my story, to urge people to be their own advocate with any medical condition. Now we're busy getting the room ready and preparing for the arrival of our one good egg. I think that some people give up. I think it's easy to give up when you have one failure after another. I'm lucky. It worked for me. If I hadn't trusted my instincts, this baby might not be my biological child.
Who would have thought, 9 months ago that we'd be in this position? It's amazing.